أهلا بكم في فقرة نافذة. اليوم راح نلتقي لقاء سريع مع عازف عود بريطاني إنجليزي، وهو جوليان هاريس. جوليان خريج جامعة كامبريدج درجة البكالوريوس، وأيضا حصل على الماجستير من أوكسفورد ومركز دراسات الشرقية والأفريقية، حصل على الدبلومة، وأيضا يدرس الآن في جامعة أوكسفورد، يحضر إلى الدكتوراه وفي السنة الثانية، وتخصص بالموسيقى العربية وبآلة العود، وهو من العازفين الإنجليز المعروفين. الحقيقة هو أيضا كمبوزر، يعني مؤلف موسيقي للموسيقى الأوركسترالية، ودرس التأليف وألف بعض القطع وحصل على جوائز للتأليف الغربي، ويدرس التوزيع الموسيقي، ومن المؤلفين الشباب اللي الحقيقة عندهم حضور جيد في الموسيقى الإنجليزية تحديدا. يحضر لعمل أشبه بكونشيرتو عود و يعني وأوركستريشن ويا الأوركسترا. راح نتعرف من خلاله على علاقة كيف ينظر يعني كأوروبي وكإنجليزي أو كبريطاني، كيف ينظر إلى الموسيقى العربية وماذا جذب إلى العود. فرحبوا معي بالفنان جوليان هاريس. How are you, Julian?
أهلا. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
فيك. هلا أخبرتنا عن خلفيتك الموسيقية قبل أن تأتي إلى آلة العود.
It's very simple, I guess. I'm quite defined by the universities that I went to. So if I was going to say my background before, it was a university background, a BA at Cambridge University. And there it was a very diverse background. It wasn't performance-based. It was analysis, history, composition. That was the real reason I went there, for a university background. And it was mainly Western classical music. We studied harmony and counterpoint. But also I studied Indonesian gamelan when I was there, played in an orchestra there. But my background, I suppose, is more ethnomusicological now, if I say that, which is sort of a cultural study of music, which is something the university background gives you. Using music as a window to look onto the things in culture and society and politics, which I think music can tell you fascinating things about people. So yeah.
And the piano?
Yeah, I play the piano. More Western classical stuff, and I sing as well. I used to sing in a chapel choir when I was there. But the piano nowadays, I mean, I want to make the oud my main instrument. So the piano is sort of relegated to improvisation and composing.
الآن العود.
Sorry?
العود هو آلتك الرئيسية.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I want that to be my main instrument, really.
كيف يعني تأثرت بالموسيقى العربية، أو ماذا جذبك إلى الموسيقى العربية والعود؟
I suppose there's two reasons. I'm sort of split down the middle in a way. I have an academic hat, and when I put that on, the Arabic music, like I say, is a window into Arabic society and culture, and the whole thing about that I find fascinating. And then on the other side, on a very basic and emotional level, Arabic music just, I don't know, it does something for me. I don't understand how it works, I don't understand why it works. And that's the goal, that's what I want to do with my studies. But just the sound of the voice, the powerful voice and the ornamentation, it really details emotions, I think, in a way that maybe following a score like a slave maybe doesn't. It doesn't allow you the opportunity. And Taqasim, I mean, I listened to Munir Bashir's CD of Taqasim. He's probably done loads, but one I've got one, and it just blew my mind, absolutely. The play of silence and quiet and loud, and it's fascinating music.
أنه هل هنالك بعض العناصر الموسيقية اللي موجودة بالموسيقى العراقية والعربية والعود ما كنت تعرفها بالموسيقى في خلفيتك الموسيقية السابقة؟
If I was going to say just about the instrument, the oud, maybe I'll start there. It's been a complete change from when I played the piano, say, because I wasn't a string player. I'd never played the guitar or anything like that. So coming to an instrument like this, I mean, when I first got it, my mum bought it for my birthday, I think it was, and she said, "Oh, it'll look nice on the wall." You know, I didn't know how to play it; it was all out of tune. And then I gave it to you. You're my teacher, and you just made it make sense. But trying to find where your fingers go on the board and things like that, having to learn where the notes are instead of pressing a key and getting a note, is a completely new challenge as a player. And I think what I've discovered about the oud is about expressing yourself. I feel you can replicate maybe the emotion of the voice better with the glissandos and the vibrato. And for me, you can do more with it than maybe a piano, even though so many people say a piano's an entire orchestra, you know, and so many composers use pianos for that reason. But the oud seems to have a special quality about it.
Excellent. Can we listen for something?
Sure.
Yeah. Whatever you prefer. هل نستطيع أن نسمع شيء يعني؟ متى استمعت إلى آلة العود والموسيقى العربية في المرة الأولى؟
Well, the first time, I can pinpoint it very precisely, the first time I heard Arabic music. And surprisingly, perhaps given there's so much going on in London and in this country, it wasn't here. It was when I was on holiday. I went to Egypt when I was about 14 or 15. And I can remember it was one day, very specifically, we landed in Hurghada Airport and we had to travel through to El Quasir. It was very late at night, everyone was very tired. We were on a minibus and the roof was piled high with everybody's luggage. And we drove along this road alongside the Red Sea, and I could see the moon reflected in the sea. And on the radio, the driver had Arabic string music, or maybe it was a tape or something like that. And it was just a lovely experience listening to that. And then, when I got to the boat, which was our aim to get to we were going to stay on a boat for a week. The cabin was so hot downstairs that we had to go upstairs to sleep. So there was a nice breeze, and I'm laying there on top of this boat in El Quasir and trying to sleep. And then all of a sudden this voice came out of nowhere, and I was like, what on earth is that? You know, it woke me up. I was startled. It was a little surprising. I didn't know anything what it was. And then I look at the mainland and everybody's running around, you know, nervously or trying to go somewhere. And of course it was the call to prayer. And I'd never heard anything like that before. I know it's not strictly music, but for me the sound of that was so powerful. And so the artistry was beautiful. And it really, from that moment on, and I mean for the rest of the holiday I was listening to the music. And yeah, that day has stayed in my mind.
كم من الساعات تتمرن يوميا؟ يعني كم ساعة تمرينك وشون يكون تمرينك؟
Well, I've only been playing for a year and a half, about that now. So practice-wise, it's varied. While I was studying, doing my masters, maybe it was an hour or 2 hours that I could manage a day in between going to the library, reading, writing essays and stuff like that. But now I'm concentrating on it more. 4-5 hours a day is the aim, and it goes so quickly. You have so many exercises to do and things. But yeah, definitely you need it.
ما هي الصعوبات التي تواجهها في حالة يعني عملك في الموسيقى الشرق أوسطية والموسيقى العراقية تحديدا؟
Well, the obvious answer that's staring me in the face is just quarter tones. There's nothing like that in Western music. I'd never come across that before. Initially, when you listen to it, it does sound out of tune to Western ears, but the more you listen, and it doesn't take long, you just appreciate the beauty of it. But as for playing them, to develop the ear for that, I'm still not there, and I've been doing it a year and a half now, and I know it's going to take years to get to that standard. And learning all the different maqams as well. Because in Western music, maybe we have major and minor modes, and that's it. So while you can do lots of different things, maybe you can do pentatonic or octatonic, they're very small really in the repertoire. It's generally major and minor. And so Arabic music, there's thousands, or it seems thousands of modes and possibilities, and to lodge those in your brain and how they connect and how you move from one to the next is yeah, that's probably the main challenge I've faced so far. We'll see.
هل عندك نية لزيارة العراق أو الآن أو مستقبلا؟
In the future, absolutely. I'd love to go. The history, the culture, just from what I've seen, and the music as well that I've heard and I've been introduced to. There's so many traditions I understand that I've just not come into contact with, and I'd love to go. I'd love to meet the people, and really, when it comes to my PhD, I want to focus on Iraqi musics and Iraqi traditions, just because it's a center of music and learning that just hasn't been documented so much. I don't think in Western print, certainly. You look at a bookshelf and maybe Turkish music is there, Egyptian music is there.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to go.
We need to listen to some music again.
Okay.
شكرا لك جوليان هاريس على هذه المصاحبة الجميلة، ونتمنى أنه تحصل على الدكتوراه قريبا وتستمر في أهدافك من أجل العود والموسيقى العربية والعراقية تحديدا. شكرا لك.
Thank you for having me and شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا.